So, good morning. In this class, we are going to discuss about some of the types of information systems. In the last class, we were discussing about some of the applications. So, depending upon the applications and need of the organizations, we can use different types of information systems. But how many types of information systems are there? That also depends upon our requirement and organization. And as per the need, we can use wide variety of information systems. So we discussed some of the information system applications, especially related to supply chain or customer care and strategic information systems and so on. So there are many other type of information systems. As we know that management information system is one of the important system that is regularly being used by most of the organizations. The most common type of information system is transaction processing system, and other some of the important systems are decision support system, expert systems, and AIS executive information system, geographic information system, so on. So depending upon the organization, you may use say human resource information system, or say some research related R&D support information system. So how many types of information systems are there? So they can be categorized into two. So information systems that support business operations, and another category is information systems that support managerial decision making. So two types or categories include operations support and management support information systems. Under operations support systems, we have TPS, that is transaction processing systems, PCS, process control systems, and enterprise collaboration system. And under management support system, we have MIS and DSS and EIS, that is executive information system, and both category involve some special processing system, or you can say that depends upon the specific need. So they are called specialized in processing systems that include expert systems, knowledge management systems, and strategic information systems, and functional business systems. So these are some of the information systems we have to discuss. Important systems we will discuss. So just to look at this reference. So transaction processing systems are mainly used to process business transactions, and process control systems are very much popular in the control of industrial processes, especially in the production process or any other important activity or function going on. So especially these are in support of various operations in the industry, and especially for teamwork or work group collaboration type of systems include that is in the enterprise collaboration systems. And in the management support section, we have management information systems. They produce certain prescribed or pre-specified reports that is useful for the managers to take decisions. And next, decision support systems provide interactive decisions making ability. That means they will support the decision making. And next, EIS means executive information system. They provide certain information, quick information in the form of summary or some graph, etc. So that will be useful for the top level executives. And specialized processing systems like expert systems are providing some of the experts type kind of knowledge to the decision makers. And knowledge management systems are used for managing the enterprise level knowledge, complete knowledge based information they will manage. And strategic information systems, as you know that these are the systems useful to make strategies which support competitive advantage. And functional business systems support some of the basic business functions, say related to, it may related to sales, marketing, or some finance. So specific function or the need of business, we can take as many as kind of information systems here. And let us look at transaction processing systems. So these are the types of information systems which record, process, validate and store business transactions, and the information will be useful for processing and recording as well as obtaining specific information from these systems. The transaction means it may be sales transaction, a transaction in ATM, some banking kind of transactions like cash withdrawal, transfers, deposits, etc. Some accounts transaction, so many transactions you can take. So there, I first the transaction should be collected and that is entered, and they should be validated. That means whether any error is there or not, whether the entered data is under some specific rules or not, we have to validate. And after that, they should be processed. That means performing certain calculations or some kind of comparison type of or analysis type of works. So that can be done, that is processing. We have to next storage of the information and the output generation, and finally we can retrieve the data. So whatever the data we want, we can retrieve by giving certain queries. So that means these are the systems which provide some query support also. It means you can retrieve whatever the type of data you want from these systems. So transactions are actually processed in two ways. So any one way we will use to process the transactions. So one is batch processing and next one is online or real-time processing. Nowadays almost we are using online processing in banks, etc. Batch processing means, so it is a type of transaction processing in which the transactions or the data will be grouped or batched depending upon the similarity of works. That means in a bank, say you are entering some transaction related to checks, you are entering the transaction related to demand draft, so you are entering the transaction related to loans. These are separate type of transactions, but similar type of such transactions are grouped together and they will be fed for processing. And these data actually they are collected and entered in one part of time and they will be processed in another part of time. So what it means, for example, in a banking system, you are entering the data in the morning separately depending upon the transactions, and in the afternoon or evening you are going to process the data and get the required report. That means in another part of the time we are going to process the data. But in online type of processing, data is processed immediately. So as and when a transaction occurs, you are directly entering the transaction and you can get the report immediately. After processing the data, you will directly get the report or the required output. So nowadays almost transactions in a banking sector based on this real time or online processing. You can give example of POS systems, point of sale systems. It is used in most of the retail stores. They collect amount and enter that our transactions, that means our billing information, and they will transmit the data electronically for processing. So that means all processes can be done at a time, or you can done later also. So that facility is also there. So it may be online, or even that may be processed using batch processing also. So these transaction processing systems are most common type of systems available in most of the industries or businesses, and these are very useful systems. Next, let us discuss about management information systems. As you know that these are the systems is most commonly used or most popular, you can say. So what is this management information systems? These are the type of information system which provides information which facilitates managerial decision making. So they support management functions such as planning, organizing, directing, controlling, etc. And especially these are designed to work from top management. That means they are designed using top bottom approach. So but it can support other levels of management also. For example, information such as sales order processing, shipment of goods to customer, billing information. So all such information is recorded and we can obtain certain reports. So this can be used by managers, as well as some information can also be used by salesperson. For example, the salesperson may want the size of order, some geographical information, product related information. So that type of information can be obtained by salesman also. So that means all levels of management may be able to use these systems. So it integrates various functional areas of business. It may be related to sales, marketing, production, or some wide variety of functional areas. And they supply some information to managers or different job positions, because these are the systems which are designed for specific job positions. These are the systems which are not designed for an individual or a person. These are the systems that are designed specifically for job positions, and this plays important role in management, administration, and the operations, especially helpful in setting the targets, planning, identification of problems, and controlling some of the business activities. And we can get some of the critical or some of the key factors that is required for successful functioning of the organization. So most common type of information systems that will be helpful for our organization.